Welcome to a new episode of Ian's World, or whatever the fuck I'm going to call this channel in the near future. I might change it because I'm not married to this name, really. I'm not married to anything, but especially not this name. Anyway, let's start with some news. Oh, first of all, from Al Jazeera English, in case you like reading Al Jazeera in English. Trump will not testify in New York hush money trial as defense rests. So you're not going to have the madman testify at his porn star trial? That's probably a wise move on Trump's part. I haven't said that sentence much. uh, what else? I don't want to talk about that asshole. The Ayatollah of Iran. Expert provides insight into suspected cause of helicopter crash that killed Iran's president. It's like the small airplanes I talked about the other day. Those helicopters are always crashing. They killed Kobe, and now they killed the president of Iran. But was it Israel that did it? We don't know. That'll be the plot twist that could lead to World War III. Hopefully not. Anyway, yeah. How long has this motherfucker been the Ayatollah? Is he like the same one that did the 1979 revolution or 80, whatever year that was? Because if he's the same guy, he's fucking old now. Or have they had a different Ayatollah? How do you choose an Ayatollah? Do you elect an Ayatollah? Or is it just like the guy who's the most Muslim? Like how do they choose an Ayatollah? What do you apply? Do you put uh, religious fanatic on your resume and you just apply to be the Ayatollah, supreme leader of a theocracy? I don't know. Maybe I could do that. Convert to Islam and become an Ayatollah. I bet it pays well. They do have some oil money over there. Okay. Oh, Jon Stewart, love that guy. I'm gonna have to save my commentary on that until I watch it today. Um, Diddy, holy shit! You guys see that video? I've never seen anything that fucked up. I mean, that Kareem Hunt thing. He was the running back of my team, and he kicked a woman in the face, which that didn't look good at all. But Diddy, fuck, it looks like Kareem gave that girl flowers opposed to what Diddy did. Jesus fucking hell. Oh, hey, if you guys want to cheer up from Diddy, here's a positive story to bring up the program, if this can be called a program. World War III is imminent without Ukraine, historian predicts. What do historians know besides things that have happened before that are likely to repeat? Bunch of big education trying to tell me what to do. A Yale history professor specializing in Eastern Europe and in the Soviet Union. That was the giant communist country that existed until 1992, I think it was, kids, for the record. They were bad guys, we were told. Said Ukraine was comparable to a Czechoslovakia that has chosen to fight. Oh, well, shit. In 1939, Nazi Germany under Adolf Hitler entered Czechoslovakia and secured Czech assets for Germany's armed forces. Great Britain and France offered Poland security guarantees, but despite this, Hitler's forces invaded Poland in September 1939. London and Paris then declared war on Germany, starting World War II. And then it says, if the Ukrainians give up, or if we give up Ukraine, then it's a different Russia making war in the future, Snyder said. Oh, so I guess that's going to lead to World War III. But I just had this thought about Hitler. So now they have this AI, which, because of Sam Altman, that asshole, he's made AI. And AI has reconstructed Hitler's speeches in English. And you can hear him, and he's like, and then, because France and Russia, or France and England, didn't have a lot of Jews, they were able to industrialize. It sounds very weird. And he talked about Jews from the very get-go. It was like that guy had a final solution. uh, Too soon, maybe. Anyway, yeah. So Hitler, you can hear his speeches in English now, and I looked through some of the comments, and there's people that are like, this guy makes a lot of sense. He's got some good answers. And then somebody said, everybody knows, or if you read real history, um, Churchill started World War II, which, I mean, I thought Hitler invaded Poland with his tanks and airplanes and machines of death and killed like a fourth of the country. But, I guess it was actually Churchill who said that's not cool that started World War II. I thought the person that fired the guns first was the one who started it, but I guess the guy who said stop firing the guns is the real culprit. Anyway, it's crazy that we translated Hitler, and instead of people being like, "Wow, that was fucked up," I'm glad I learned something from that about how fucked up Hitler was. You made some good points. Oh gosh, crazy world, man. Anyway, back to World War III. More than 2 years of full-scale conflict in Ukraine has brought the possibility of a third world war to the fore. However, NATO countries, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, country, I think that's what it stands for. Countries have been clear they are not a party to the war in Ukraine, eager to tamp down on the possibility of the violence spreading beyond the country's borders. Kiev has warned that should Ukraine fall to Russian forces, other nations in Europe will be next on Russia's hit list. And then it says, blah, blah. Let's get back to the historian. What do you say? The globe is one step away from a full-scale World War III, Putin said in mid-March. I think hardly one is interested in this, he added during a media session. Well, fuck. The guy who can cause World War III is warning that we're one step away from World War III. That's very reassuring. You know who we need? Somebody with a calm demeanor who never overreacts and has a thick skin. A man who can lead us to a glorious future with no World War III. Donald Trump. Because if Trump wins, then we'll have a person who's never overreacted or been a crazy motherfucker in any given situation. And then he can control the nukes while the most dangerous situation since World War II is going on. It'll fucking work out great. Let's put a narcissistic madman in charge of our lives. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell where I'm coming from, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Do 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 do. But World War III, man, reminds me of the Fallout show. That was World War III too. They ask, would you even want to live through World War III? And I feel like I would because I don't want to die. But even if I live, so an ICBM can travel across the globe in 30 seconds. So that means New York City, all the big cities are. I mean, I'm in Kansas City. I'm not sure if we're worth a nuke or not, but I think there's enough of them to where we probably are on the list. And we got Air Force bases nearby, so yeah, we're fucked too. So I don't know. Nuke flies. I've got 30 minutes. Let's say I get the message 3 minutes after the nukes fly on my phone that says we're all about to die. Sorry. And then I just get in the car. I got to race everybody out of the city. I'm kind of close on the edge of the KC, so I could race to Kansas and then just go like 120 miles an hour. Um, not full speed because I got to be careful during the last moments of Earth. But I race to Kansas. Then I go to my crazy uncle's house who has a shit ton of guns. But how far do nukes get you? Like, can you run from a nuke? Fast enough? Is it like a tornado where you can run and then film the thing? Like you're a storm tracer, you're a nuke chaser. So, yeah, could I haul ass? If I went, let's raise the bar. If I went 150 miles an hour through Kansas, just shot like a bat out of hell, could I escape a nuclear blast? And by the time I got to the highway there, it'd be 20 minutes. Could I speed the fuck out of KC? Kill the prepper, because nobody's gonna miss a prepper. They can't have that many friends. A Doomsday prepper. They don't go to Doomsday prepper conventions. I don't think because they're waiting around for Doomsday. They don't want to blow up, so they want to be loners and never have sex with anybody for the rest of their lives in a little bunker. So you gotta understand why the Doomsday preppers do this. I think they do it so that they can live their sad little lives just a little longer. I don't know. Maybe there's preppers that are social. Maybe there's preppers that slay. I don't know. I've never met a doomsday prepper. I've seen the show once or twice, I think, that used to be on about preppers. But I've never met one myself. I feel like they're probably not nice people. I feel like they're very short. They're just like in The Last of Us, the Bill, he wasn't that nice of a guy until he met his gay love. and then their gayness made everything happy, and the apocalypse became a beautiful thing. It was actually a very lovely story. If you haven't seen that show, best episode of the series, but it was pretty gay because they were gay men. But I liked it, so it was a lovely story. Good love story too, but kind of gay. Anyway, um, yeah. So back to the nuclear apocalypse. So how do you survive? How do you get all the food you need when there's no more food that can be grown? It's real. I guess you have to eat people. That's why it's always a theme. You can't really get around eating people, I think. Some like you're just gonna have to eat a motherfucker if you want to survive this. So, but people aren't gonna last that long if 95% of them are obliterated in the first 30 minutes of the war. So, let me think. You'd have to find the surviving people, and you'd have a lot of freezers. Oh, this is a good topic. So you gotta have a lot of freezers, right? Big freezers, like the man-sized freezers, because you're gonna be putting mans in there. So you get a bunch of freezers. You're gonna need a lot of electricity, so you'll probably need an extra. I will need a doomsday prepper to do this because to kill and take all the shit. Because then once I have a doomsday prepper, he's likely to got backup generators, so I'll have plenty of power to power all these coolers full of people. And I'd like company, so maybe I'd shoot like invite a pretty girl who makes it through the apocalypse. Like, hey, I got a bunker and food. You want to like come chill with me? I think that's the bar gets a lot lower in the nuclear apocalypse when it comes to getting women. Like it's just like instead of like making 100K and like having a bunch of positive qualities, it's just like, hey, I got food and a place where you won't get murdered, and I'm not gonna hurt you too. So like it's a fucking good package. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure dating would be easier when 95% of humans are gone. Their choices get lowered. So yeah, once you got the Doomsday Prepper's house and you find a nice lady, then you and her, or me and her, I guess, because this scenario I'm using myself, we can, hopefully she's a fun girl, Hopefully we get along. Um, because, it wouldn't be fun to eat people with a girl who was just a TikTok influencer who liked shopping. I love shopping. Like it's a positive trait, you know? But like it's part of their personality. Like I just love to spend other people's money. It's so much fun. Anyway, yeah, so find a nice girl. And then we can hunt people and take them to I mean, we'll kill them humanely with boiling water. And because we gotta eat them, so you gotta cook it. Anyway, oh god. Mm. So we gotta cook these people now. I'll need a good kitchen. I'll have to find a doomsday prepper who's very kitchen oriented. And then if I got a woman, I really don't want to chop people up. It'd be pretty gross. I feel like if that was all I had to eat to survive, maybe cannibalism. I'm saying I'll do I'm not sure I'd be a cannibal, but for this scenario, we're gonna just say I'm going along with the cannibalism because there's no other way to survive, and I don't want to die because I've already made it this far. I'm already in the pool. I might as well fucking go in the deep end, you know. So so yeah, have her chop up and harvest all the human parts, you know, and I'll do man work like I'll build things, defense turrets for the bunker. Because, we're already underground 500 feet, but just in case somebody gets in, we can have auto turrets that will destroy them. So I'll be building that, even though I don't know how to do that, but it can't be that hard. They build them in Fallout. And they didn't even go to school, and I went to college. So with my liberal arts degree, I should be able to figure out how to build an automated gun turret sentry. I feel like that'll work. Anyway, so yeah, she can take care of the cooking and part, and I will. Well, what should I do? I guess I'll just go with the gun turret. I'll read books. I don't think there's going to be any internet set on Netflix, but you can download things on Netflix now and I won't ever have to pay for it in the future because there won't be any servers anymore. So I'll download everything off Netflix and, have a bunch of. Hey, honestly, if I downloaded everything off Netflix, I'd probably have a fucking big library to watch in the future. Like, I mean, that might last me till the end of time. I might have to watch shit I don't want to do, like watch is Fuckboy Island on Netflix? They have one of those stupid shit. Love is Blind is the one. Yeah, that's what some girls have told me about. Love is Blind. So yeah, well, I'll just watch Love is Blind in like 2063 when I'm out of everything else to watch. And my woman, let's say she's 25 at the time. So 2060. How old would you be at 20? So yeah, we're in our like 70s or something. And so she'd be late 60s, I'd be 70, so I'd be a little wiser and older. I think chicks dig that sometimes. Hmm. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be. I guess I haven't been reading the news much as I started going on about World War III, but fuck it, this is probably just as good. Anyway, yeah, we got the food supply covered. I have entertainment covered. Download everything on Netflix, and then probably all music ever on Spotify. So I've got some stuff, and then I'll just live in a bunker with her for the rest of my life. We can hang out, do cool bunker things, like we could walk over to that side of the room, hang out for a bit, walk over to the other side of the room. It's like if you've ever had a girlfriend, they always want to stay home. When you just want to stay home and watch some TV, they're always down to do that. I mean, some are, but a lot of times they like to go out and do things. But yeah, this chick, so she's gonna be one of those that's just like down to chill in a bunker. Because yeah, that's part of agreeing with to go in the bunker. I mean, it's safe, but also it's gonna be boring. Like you gotta find someone who's ready to be bored with you, which is really if you find out if you're compatible. I think if you're bored in a bunker together all day. I mean, it's only natural that you'd find out if you like each other if you're around nobody else for the rest of your life. What if you didn't like them though, and they just hate you? And then you spend your whole life eating people with just a girl I guess woman. I'm old now, so I guess I say woman. With a woman you hate and hates you. Oh man. Would it even be worth surviving the blast at that point? If you're stuck in a bunker with someone that hates you, just watching episodes of Love is Blind. It's like, see, we were kind of blind until we met. And then when we met and I saw you, I was no longer blind. Or maybe we're blind from the nuclear apocalypse. The blast blinded us. But if I'm driving away from the blast, I feel like I wouldn't. As long as I don't look in the mirror, I'm probably not going to lose my eyesight. So that's good. Anyway, yeah, I think it's a solid plan, except for the variable of you could be stuck with somebody that hates you for the rest of your life. Or maybe they like people that ramble for 20 minutes about nonsense. I'd want to be in a bunker with me. It'd be entertaining. I think I'd be a good bunker mate. And if I actually might not have to eat people that quickly. People will probably survive for a while. So if I ever run out, because if I steal a bunker from a prepper, he's gonna have tons of canned food and shit. Because they don't plan to just eat people. At least most of them, I don't think. So I won't have to eat anybody. Maybe that would be nice. I'd prefer not to eat anybody if this happens. But yeah. So. Huh. I'd probably have enough canned food. Maybe around 2060 is when we get to Love is Blind. We'll have to eat people. And then by that point, my brain will go away because I'll have that mad disease you get when you eat human beings. And I won't realize how fucking boring and stupid dating reality shows are. Those shows, let's jump from World War III to dating shows, okay? Those shows are so fucking stupid. Like, you know what I would think would be funny? Um, oh, what was the thing I came up with the other day? I used the other day very loosely. This was like 2 years ago that I thought of this. I always thought a super hot girl, like what is that one called? The Bachelorette? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So super hot girl, and then just a bunch of average dudes. Yeah, I've been a mailman for 7 years. I've got a dog named Spot. I like to drink coffee and read books, mostly comic books. Well, and I do coloring books. My best friend's name is Scott, and we like to skip rocks. Yeah, everybody goes and skips rocks. All those guys, average guys. That's what they do to have fun. They skip rocks. Anyway, yeah, but those shows, does anybody ever meet and it lasts? I mean, I'm sure there's like a handful of examples that women who watch those shows. What about Deborah and Dave from 2012 and fucking Blind Love Island? And I'm like, well, I never saw Blind Love Island. I missed that one, I guess. But um, yeah, I don't think they fucking ever work out. Like you met this person in the most unnatural setting in the world. You're being filmed and judged by millions of people on a first date. Like I don't know if you all have ever had a first date. Maybe if you're watching this video, you haven't. But it's not like the most uh you don't want all of them filmed probably. Sometimes they don't go well. And I'm sure they don't go well in those shows, but I don't watch them because they're stupid. But anyway, so yeah, you don't want your first dates filmed. Sometimes they go bad, you know. Sometimes people don't click. It's not worth watching. But maybe that's part of the appeal to people is they. But you know, I just thought of something. Women seem to like dating a lot, like just everything about date, like the dating shows. I think that people that are interested in romance typically are women. So it's like they're sports, you know. Although I am glad that they have like more women's soccer now. I think it's cool that girls are gonna grow up watching like their people they can relate to on TV. You know, with um, because people my age we didn't have that. They didn't show women's soccer on Amazon Prime. So you know, I think that is cool. But anyway, back to borderline shitting on them. uh, so, yeah, no, I think it's fair to say that people that are generally interested in romance are usually women, and guys like shit like action movies and war. That's just like generalizations. It's not everybody, but I feel like that's how it generally goes. Because I mean, I didn't start talking about dating. I went to World War III. I feel like maybe if a woman did the podcast, it might have gone in a different direction than eating people. And escaping a blast by going 150 miles an hour. So yeah, just for there's gender differences, man. I feel like we've gotten in a place where, see, I always thought that like the point of the civil rights movement was to like make everybody equal, you know. But it seems like now we just tried to reverse it. I mean, being a white dude isn't that bad in America. It's pretty nice, but you know there are downsides, you know. So it's just like I don't know. I thought we were all supposed to be equal. That's what I grew up believing, like men, women, black people, Asian people, white people. I thought we were all equal and it was a meritocracy from here on. That's what I grew up with, but it seems like we want to just reverse it, which doesn't really help people ally with progress and like getting women in better situations because then it's just kind of isolates men that don't think well. So yeah, I don't know. It's complicated, man. But I have noticed that. I mean, I think I'm probably, I'm sure I have privileges as a white dude. Like, you know, cops are generally nice to me. But, you know, it's just, the world is changing, I guess. Maybe I'm just getting old and I'm not used to it changing. Hmm. I hope I don't get blow up as like this asshole on the internet is saying horrible things. Because I really just thought we were all equal. I thought that's what the world we were going to. I thought Martin Luther King said, I want little black kids and little white kids to play together. But now I've heard that in school. I don't know if this is true, so I'll say it on the internet. But I've heard that in some schools they divide up kids into like, maybe this is just in LA where everybody's super wacky or whatever, but they divide kids into like oppressors and oppressed. I just don't know how the fuck that's if, good at advancing us. I don't know. Enough talk about this. Let's read another news headline. Oh gosh, it's been 26 minutes already. If you're still watching, you probably want to go on more because I want to go on more too. Let's talk about this. Things that aren't World War III or women. Da 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 da. Comcast reveals pricing details for its Peacock, Netflix, and Apple TV bundle. Oh, I bet it's fucking expensive because you can charge it because there's three fucking cable companies now. That's the thing, man. All these companies, from food to entertainment to all this, there's like three companies for everything now. Like, you want gas? Okay, go to one of three companies, and then if you go to your local gas station, they're probably owned by another company that owns that company that owns that, and then they're owned by one of the three people that own that specific thing. Like, there's three food companies, like Tyson or whatever. It's like, god damn, it's become monopoly. It's crazy. I guess that's what happens when you let rich people run the government for 45 years. Okay. Da 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 da. Existing broadband and mobile subscriber. Who the fuck cares about the price packaging of a Comcast cable package? I don't know. Maybe some of you have Comcast and you're just like, oh, I didn't even know about this, and I'm opening your eyes to something you can have. I'm moving on. This article sucks. Nobody gives a shit about this. I'm lying to myself. Sean Diddy Combs. Oh yeah, that dude. Holy shit. Man, he tried to apologize. Like, I don't think you can be a woman on camera and just say you're finding God. Holy shit, dude. That was one of the most fucked up things I'd seen in my life. I feel like her dad would want to kill that guy. Probably rightfully so. Yeah, that was fucked up. I've never liked Diddy. I don't. He sounds like shit over all the Bad Boy songs. It's like there's Biggie. I feel like Diddy's on some Biggie tracks. Like, there's Biggie rapping, he's killing it. Like, smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby inward on the scene. And so, like, uh, you know, but now, um, uh, or anyway, back then, Diddy would hop on. It just like, that's the part of the song to skip to the next song. I've never liked that fucking guy. It couldn't have happened to somebody I give less shits about. Like, if that was like happened to Nas, which Nas would never do that. I love you, Nas. But like that, I would be seriously bummed out. But I'm just glad if it has to happen to a 90s rapper that it was Diddy because he fucking sucked. He always sucked. If you see this Diddy, I am against you. Which is a very forward thinking thing to be at this moment in time. It's very brave of me to be against P. Diddy right now. I hope I get a headline from people watching this video like, this man is the bravest man. He's against P. Diddy. After seeing that video, he thinks less of P. Diddy. Like, this brave soul, a champion of women's rights. Let's see. Okay, how do I? Sorry guys, I gotta click to make the news come more. Oh, Bill Maher. Yeah, he looks shitty on when Bill Burr fucking. Oh, maybe I should say this. Part of the reason for this no format rambling podcast thing, YouTube channel, I guess, is I like Bill Burr's podcast. So I thought, I've got an ADHD brain too. So I was like, well, why not just ramble like Bill does? Not that this is as good as Bill Burr. Obviously, this is kind of shitty, and my production style is it makes season 1 and 2 of Trailer Park Boys look like fucking The Crown. But yeah. Anyway, oh, Nikki Glazer was good on the oh, this will make you all laugh. So, Nikki Glazer, if you saw the Tom Brady reel she killed, she's hilarious. So, Nikki Glazer says Kim Kardashian DM'd her after Tom Brady roast, said experience was abuse. Well, it's a roast, and you're a very roastable target. I mean, I don't think does she have talent at anything? Or was she just hot and she made the sex tape and she's famous because of that? And she's rich. And her dad let a murderer go free. Okay, so uh, how is it abuse? Like, what does Kim Kardashian ever? Does she do things, or does she just have like she doesn't act? Does she? She doesn't sing. I don't think. Or maybe she tried, but I've never heard her do well at that. I don't know. What the fuck is Kim Kardashian? What does she do? What does she do all day for work? Does she work? Or does she just film reality shows? And she's also 43 now. I mean, she looks good for 43, but I guess she is rich. I feel like being rich takes 10 years off your appearance, you know? And being poor, being really poor adds about 20 years to your appearance. So really anybody who aged well just has a lot of money. Now I have some residual baby face because I don't have a lot of money. But I think I'm aging well. So maybe my entire theory I just threw out there is wrong. That could be a thing. You might be listening to an asshole who's just rambling and is wrong about a lot of things. But I don't think I am, which might be a lack of self-awareness. But what else happened in the world? All right, this is 32 minutes. Let's wrap it up at like 35, 40. Even though I could go longer, but I don't know if y'all want to hear that long. Da da da. Fallout is officially coming to Fortnite. Fortnite sucks, so I don't care. Travis Kelce predicts winner of Mike Tyson. Dude, anything Travis Kelce says now is a headline. Like, Travis Kelce said, "Oh, cool, dude," and it's a headline. Like, oh my god, I love Travis Kelce though. I like Jason better though. I gotta admit, Jason has won me over personality wise. He's my favorite Kelce, even though Travis has been fucking great on my team, and I like Travis quite a bit. But Jason is just fucking cool, man. I like him. He's a good family man too. He's got a pretty wife, nice family. I mean, what's not to like about Jason Kelce? Great guy. Great guy. Jason, if you see this, I'm a fan. If he sees this. I think the last video got like 24 views. This one's not going to do shit. This is just something fun to do, I think. Okay, Shogun, season 2 and oh, they're making more Shoguns. You know, I read that book last July or June, and it was just a random book from the 70s. And then a few months later, I see a trailer for Shogun. I'm like, is that fucking book I just read from the 70s that just happened to be made into a TV show? It was weird. It wasn't like it was a big thing now, so I just thought that was interesting. Oh, Joe Rogan back company sued for peddling supplements with false advertising. Wait, so that thing I bought on Joe Rogan isn't going to make my dick bigger? Hmm. Hmm. Anyway, it turns out supplements can't enhance what God gifted you or cursed you with. Hmm. Jerry Seinfeld said some shit about Israel that didn't sound good. Matthew McConaughey and wife Camila Alves dropped their pants for head turning. What the fuck does that mean? Drop their pants. Head turning new photo that gets fans talking. The couple have their own tequila brand that plays on the theme of being pantsless. So is the theme that you're pantsless? You're drinking tequila, so you're probably going to be pantsless? Oh, they blurred both of them. Oh, shit, no. So they blurred the photo out. They posted it on Twitter. His wife is not wearing any pants, and it looks like no underwear. And he's not either. So they're, her pussy and his wiener are just hanging out there. And they're wearing, he's dressed like an English gentleman. She's dressed like a 1930s lass. And they're playing croquet. Is that the thing with the mallets? Yeah, crochet or whatever. Well, I never thought I'd see Matthew McConaughey's blurred out dick. Or his wife's vagina. I definitely never had the thought that I would see Matthew McConaughey's wife's blurred out vagina before. Okay, one more story and then we'll end this debauchery. Jon Stewart knocks Fox host over. They're always being cunts for that Fox. Travis and Taylor. Has there ever been a greater love story than Travis and Taylor? I mean, who would have thought that a really hot pop star would like a tight end, NFL tight end who's built like a fucking Viking berserker? Yeah, the dudes that would take mushrooms before battle and then they just chop people up with axes like this. Like I'm sure that's the chopping with axes motion. It's just very little quick actions, like in Assassin's Creed, you know. Oh God, only nerds are gonna understand that joke. I'm isolating my audience for this. Okay, nobody cares about the World Economic Forum. Unless you guys run things. Are you why I fucking make shit money? I bet it's not even Jews that run it. I bet it's like Irish people. No, it's the Dutch. The Dutch. They were the ones that invented commerce in the 17th century. So, I bet it's the fucking Dutch. Everybody's blamed the Jews. All these conspiracy theorists have blamed the Jews, but it's the fucking Dutch, man. I'm telling you. The Dutch are the ones, are the reason why people are making 12 to $15 an hour working honest jobs. That's the fucking reason. The goddamn Dutch. Does Dutch mean Belgium and Netherlands or just the Netherlands? I think just the Netherlands. Maybe both. They might both be in it. It's one of Belgium or the Netherlands is the reason why poverty exists. If it wasn't for the fucking Netherlands and the goddamn Dutch, I would be in a castle right now. But because the Dutch and their World Economic Forum founder Klaus Schwab, which sounds rather German, so probably not Dutch, but for all I know, he's a half German, half Dutch, so this rule applies. Yeah. So next time, remember this: if you take one thing away from this podcast, if you find a doomsday bunker, well, let's say three things. If you find a doomsday bunker, um, fucking make sure it has a lot of canned food, so you don't have to eat people and harvest your neighbors. Second, um, fucking dating shows are stupid. And thirdly, blame the Dutch for all your problems because that's who's fucking behind it. All right, everybody. 12:09 is when we will end on this Central Time. With 5/21/24 is the date. So if you care to even watch this shit this far, you now know what day this was recorded. So if this one day is in the halls of fame and this YouTube whatever the fuck this is blows up, and I'm so famous that I'm stored in an underground bunker so that my brilliant thoughts can be viewed by future generations that survived the nuclear war, then people that find people they're compatible with in the bunkers, then I think everything will work out just dandy. All right. Peace out, everybody. Hope you have a good day. Try to avoid fucking dating shows and nuclear war, because blame the Dutch. Bye.